Biafra, superstars, media.
My people, my Biafran people, now how on a day? I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending from where you're listening to the sound of my voice. This one, na Biafra Superstars Media, and I'm holding it down. I say, may God bless Biafra, and may God bless His Excellency Oyendoma Zinamdi Kano. May God bless, 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 may God bless His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile. His Excellency, ESN, Ekpa, Simon Ojukwu, for the job Simon is doing. Simon, I want to say we thank you. We appreciate you, we love you, because we know in your hands Biafra is coming. In your hands Biafra is safe. And in your hands, when Biafra comes, the people of Biafra will rejoice. My fellow Biafrans, you have heard the words of our Oyendoma Zinamdi Kano. As the saying goes, like father, like son. We have heard the words, the gospel, the command, the state of mind of Nnamdi Kanu when we are about to go out to get our Biafra, when we are on the verge of getting Biafra, when he told us to pray the books of Psalms, when we saw what Wike, when he was a governor of the old River State, we saw what he did to us in Obi-Igbo and the rest of them. And we heard the pronouncement given by Oyendo. Today, as we speak, the only person, the only disciple, the only follower of Nnamdi Kanu who is still following according to the law of Nnamdi Kanu is Simon Ekpa. The only one that is tiptoeing, following all the guidance, working according to the framework, staying with the policy, working around the scope of the gospel of Nnamdi Kanu is Simon Ekpa. So those naysayers out there who want to paint Simon Ekpa as the bad guy, those naysayers who pretend they didn't know what Nnamdi Kanu was telling us, his state of mind, where he was guiding us towards the real actualization of Biafra. Today, I want you to hear Simon Ekpa. Make una hear the gospel he has given, compared to those ones they call IPOB Nigeria Limited, compared to Chinedu Sanwo-Olu, who was naming the names of the commanders of the old defunct ESN. Make una hear Simon Ekpa, hear him gospel. You will see that even a blind man can tell, say, the gospel of Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa is similar. So, my people, without any much further ado, I want us to hear this keynote given by our Prime Minister. It makes sense well, but some of you might not understand the meaning behind what he's saying, the coded message of what our Prime Minister said in this statement. Some of you are gullible. Some of you only understand the surface. You cannot go in depth to understand or to decipher the meaning behind the meaning, the reason for the meaning behind the meaning of what he was saying. But today, I will have to break it down. If you're ready, please let us listen to the keynote address, a very brief one given by our Prime Minister. If you're ready, let's go there. Listen.
Good morning, fellow Biafrans.
Listen.
Good morning, fellow Biafrans all over the world. I come this morning with a very great news to announce to the Biafra people that the Biafra national football team will be playing first ever international game representing the Confederate State of Biafra this month, just before we go to our Finland convention. Pray for them so they are going to win, and it is going to be a good start. Okay, Putegike. Putegike. Ibobokari. Those who think that Biafra will not come, Look around yourself. What do you see? What do you see? Look at my eyes. What do you see?
Dragon.
Nigeria is gone. We are freeing our people from the shackles of the Islamic State chain called Nigeria, from the terrorist state called Nigeria. Biafra is going. And I am leading Biafra out of Nigeria. The main liberation of Biafra will begin on the 2nd of December 2024. May God bless you.
Amen.
Support this movement so history will be kind to you. Thank you.
God bless you, my people. Hold on there, my people. Hold on there. Oh my God, my PM. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, my PM. A man loved by his people. A man who his leader told us to go and listen to. Share his videos. Because Simon is coming with a new dimension. Simon is coming with a new testament. A new gospel. Oh my God, have mercy. My people, we heard the words of Nnamdi Kanu. Today, when you juxtapose what Simon Ekpa is doing, you can tell he is the only disciple who has carried on, who has continued, who has improved the good works of his leader. I call it like father, like son. Like father, like son. My people, let's get there. Listen. Next on the itinerary, my people, is the man they call Nonso Nkwa'S. He's still being held by the enemy. He's still being kidnapped by Governor Hope Uzodinma and the rest of them. Now, in my last broadcast that I made about this man, I said, let the dead bury the dead. Because I was not happy about the last press statement that this man made, where he was now praising the governor of Old Imo State, saying that we should give them the benefit of doubt when they came to build the IDP camp, that we should give them the benefit of doubt because the IDP camp was not meant for the headsmen coming from the north. No. He said it was meant for the so-called Imolites who have IDP camp. So for that reason, we should give the government of the old Imo State the benefit of doubt. That was the biggest mistake this man made, because he went back. After he exposed Imo State, he went back to dine with the devil. So at this point, he's still being held. But because this man was one of those who insulted our prime minister, he called him Simon Ekpa, Ekperima, and those nonsense during those days. Today, he's getting a taste of the medicine of that government that we warned them about. Today, he's seeing it how things are from the other side. That it's not only because you are friends of the government or politicians, you will now assume you love Nigeria, saying Nigeria go better. As my guy used to say, Rufai Yoseni, the guy you crowned in Nigeria to be the best journalist. He always says he loves Nigeria until one day when the police of the zoo can't show Rufai Yoseni who is who. We all saw the video where they stop Rufai Yoseni in a car. As they can't deal with them, vex, take in car keys. He was so angry. He now said to the policemen, I will bring the governor. I will call the governor to deal with you. That was his wake-up call. Today, now, this man is still in detention. But, unfortunately, I will still maintain my stance that I will not plead to our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Ojukwu, to step into this case. I will allow the dead to bury the dead. I will not plead to our Prime Minister. I will allow Simon Ekpa to use his own discretion in the case of this guy. That's me, because we've been helping them for far too long and they keep on disrespecting us. But in the case of Nonso Nkwa'S, I will not, in fact, I will be non-aligned. I will be nonchalant. I will be neutral. I will be on the fence on this one. I can only say, let the dead bury the dead. I will not plead to our Prime Minister. I will not influence our Prime Minister to step in. It will be at the discretion of Simon Ekpa, because this man was one of those who was calling him Ekperima. This man was one of those who blamed Simon Ekpa to be responsible for what is happening in Biafra land. But today, the people that he was attacking Simon Ekpa for, they have kidnapped him and they are still holding him. I don't hate him. I don't hate this man called Nonso Nkwa'S. No. But at this point, let the dead bury the dead. Let the dead bury the dead. You cannot have one leg in Nigeria and one leg in Biafra. That's you being selfish. That's you trying to eat your cake and have it. Let the dead bury the dead. In this case, I will not make any pronouncement. I will not speak to our Prime Minister to step into this man's case. Let the dead bury the dead. I said it. I said it. I said it. And finally, my people, we've been hearing about the situation with Bianca, our sister Bianca, a woman we love so much. But this game of the Zoo government must be observed. Keep your focus. Watch what the government is about to do, the Nigerian Zoo government, with our sister Bianca. Do not be misled. Remain focused on the Biafra movement, but observe the game they want to play with her. They want to invoke the spirit of Ojukwu. I want us to watch this briefly before I speak. Watch this briefly of what happened to our sister when it was officially made the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs. If you're ready, let's go there. Watch this.
We have before us a very elegant stallion, a well-known personality across the nation, and today a nominee for the office of Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Mrs. Bianca Ojukwu. You may just proceed to Ambassador, actually, Her Excellency, Ambassador Bianca Ojukwu. You can summarize your resume and then probably answer one or two questions from distinguished senators. You have the floor.
And then I went to Queen's High School, after which I transited to. And from there, I went to the Cambridge Tutorial College, St. Andrew's College for my advanced levels, the University of Buckingham, where I commenced a degree, combined honors in politics, economics, and law, and then subsequently transferred to the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, to the President on Diaspora Matters, after which I served as Nigeria's ambassador to the Kingdom of Spain and Nigeria's permanent representative to the United Nations World Tourism Organization. These platforms offered me an invaluable opportunity to engage in effective, because I believe that there is hope for this country. I am here because I believe that if we're all able to come together sincerely and commit to serving this nation with the focus on ensuring that we have peace, that the sky is the limit for this country. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Very rich. No, let me start with comments. Well, let me go to the state of Anambra. Unfortunately, may his soul rest in peace. She comes from the senatorial district of our late brother, Senator Ifeanyi, who is not here. And the closest person, the two closest senators after Ifeanyi will have to say something about the nominee. For it's from whom that we know you. The civil Senator Bianca Umeh.
Nobody can fault her qualification to serve this country in any capacity. She is very intelligent, very, very charismatic, and very beautiful. You can see, I asked her to tone down her beauty when she comes to the
Please restrict your comments to her resume.
Her resume. It is there.
Because you know why I'm saying that?
It is there. Most
Senator Umeh,
in Nigeria.
Restrict yourself to her resume.
Okay.
We'll go into social media and Google. I will ask a question. Who touched my Bianca?
Mr. President, you know me. Because Her Excellency Ambassador Bianca Ojukwu, her nomination is very significant and also very historic. If you listen to her concluding remarks, you will see that she's somebody who has a passion for peace and well-being of this country and for inclusivity in all the things we do in Nigeria. I have the privilege of serving as the national chairman of APGA for 6 years. I served for 10 years, but for 6 years, the husband, Tinubu'S, was the leader of the party, and I was the national chairman. I worked very closely with our iconic leader and with Ambassador Bianca Ojukwu, who was always around and involved in all the things we do. Ambassador Bianca Ojukwu possesses the intellect and the ability to work for Nigeria in the ministry she has been given to oversee, Minister of State for Foreign Affairs. She has the experience as an ambassador. But I say that her nomination is significant because of her husband, Tinubu'S, whom we very much revered. And there's nobody in this chamber who will not know the importance of that name, Tinubu'S. And for her to step into this chamber to be confirmed, screened and confirmed as a Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is indicative of the fact that we are trying to put the past behind us.
Hold it there. Hold it there. Hold it there. Did you see where this man was coming from? That yes, for the fact that our sister, Bianca Ojukwu, is the wife of our eternal leader, Chief Odumegwu Ojukwu. And for the fact she went through their so-called screening to become a minister in that so-called Nigeria. It is an attempt to put the past behind them. An attempt to put the past behind them. What past is this man talking about? Biafra. What is synonymous with Ojukwu. When you hear the name Ojukwu, what comes next to your mind? Biafra. This is why I'm saying we have to be careful, observe, keep an eye on the activities of the Zoo government with what they want to do with our sister, Bianca Ojukwu. That way, none of you will make the mistake to start assuming that, oh, Simon Ekpa is the problem. Oh, Nigeria has changed now. At least they are giving the Biafrans some position in government, as some of the gullible fools are thinking. Yes, we know about the charming beauty of our sister, Bianca. We know that if this was 2,000 years ago and King David set his eyes on Bianca, the same thing he did to Bathsheba's husband, I believe his name is Uriah, that he sent him to the war front. The same thing that King David in the Bible did to Bathsheba's husband, Uriah, when he told the commanding officer, Joab, to place Uriah at the front of the war, where defense were very, very high. It means where the enemy had the stronger sway in the war. Because of the beauty that King David saw in Bathsheba, he did the unthinkable. He placed her husband in a position. Oh my God, have mercy. I'm going spiritual with this one. He placed her husband in a position where the probability of him being killed in the war was very high. And eventually we knew what happened to Uriah at the war front. He was killed by the enemy, and that gave King David the legal pathway, the legal way to marry Bathsheba. So you hear these men, they are saying, oh, our beautiful Bianca, our this, our darling Bianca. Yes, we know she's beautiful. But my Biafran people, please, when the Zoo government start to do their magic with her, when they start to make her make some kind of speech, some statement about her loyalty for Nigeria, because they will do it. Her boss is Yusuf Tuga. The Minister of Foreign Affairs is her boss. And whatever in a public service, whatever your boss gave you to do, any assignment your boss gave you, you must carry it out to the best of your ability in the Western world, because you'll be judged by your KPI, Key Performance Index. In the Western world, where I work, anything they give to us, they judge us based on the KPI, your ability to do it very well. So somebody like Yusuf Tuga, who is the Minister of Foreign Affairs, that Bianca is working under, my dear friends, you best believe that any task that man will be given to Bianca will be different ways to diminish the influence and importance of Biafra. Which is why I'm warning us to be careful. Do not be confused by her beauty. Yes, she's beautiful. We love her for that. She's our queen. She's the mother, or one of the mothers of Biafra. She's one of the beauty queens, the angels of Biafra, yes. But we must remain focused. We must remain focused. Because the Zoo government, Jagaban, this man they call Jagaban, if you assume that he is working by himself, if you assume there is no spirituality attached to what he is doing, then you are making a very big mistake. You saw what he did to Afenifere. When they came out for the Yorubas, they were speaking through the power. Next thing, he went back to invoke the spirit of somebody who was retired an elderly man in Afenifere who has retired, who has left his position. He influenced him. He cajoled him to come out to say, no, I did not retire. All I did was step aside. And today I've come back to become the head of Afenifere. Tinubu was responsible for that. Tinubu was able to destroy Afenifere or weaken it to an extent. Until this day, there is an in-house fighting. There is an internal squabble in Afenifere. Their reputation has been tainted because of Tinubu. So I want to warn you Biafrans out there. Be observant. Do not fall for the okie-doke. Tinubu has a plan off his sleeves. They have a plan that they want to use our sister, her sister's name, our sister's influence against us. Don't forget, we have a mission on the 2nd of December. Ekpa has warned us on his Twitter page that we must keep our focus on Biafra. Nothing else. Keep your eyes on the rising sun. Few months back, he told us, keep your eyes on the rising sun. It means do not be distracted. Do not be distracted, my people. This man here, his name is Senator Umeh, and he made a statement. I caught it. I knew what he meant. But some of you might not get it. I knew what he meant when he made that statement. I will end it here. For those that have ears, let them hear. For those that have ears, let them hear. Biafrans, remain focused. Tinubu is up to something. That is why he went to the heartbeat of Biafra. The name Ojukwu means so much to us. The name Ojukwu means so much to us. And Tinubu went to that place, the heartbeat, the taproot of Biafra. And from there, he appointed our beautiful sister, Bianca, to become not just a standing minister, but a supportive minister. You see that? And she is under Yusuf Tuga. You all know who that man is. Yusuf Tuga. That name, you know who that man is. I will rest my case here. For those that have ears, let them hear. For those that have ears, let them hear.
Yeah. Check me out. Superstars Media. Lord Logan, Bloomington, Lord Logan, and it's Wild Flora Show. 1914 amalgamation is what we dying for. 3 nations to 1 nation. Ever since annihilation, nepotism is nonsense. You and you, clap your hands. Biafra gonna come, clap your hands. Biafra, Oduduwa, we're free now. Freedom is gonna come, we're free now. Yeah.